Here we are, ready to set off. There's Dan over there, like he's driving one of the new Abacus buses, same as that one up there. And we get the minibus, me and Keith, because we're not trustworthy enough to get a new one. So that says we're about 4 tonne loaded up, I think, isn't it? Well, roughly about 4 tonne on this trip, all fully loaded up to the gunnels. So thanks very much to everybody who donated stuff for us to take out there, and for those who donated the funds to be able to do it. We've worked out the cost with the ferry crossings and that. It's about £3,400 it costs probably to do one trip, but all worth it. Morning! Morning! Travelling through Germany, myself and Keith. The other 2 vehicles are behind us. We've probably been gone for 12 hours now, haven't we?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, 12 hours now, and we're about halfway.
444 miles to go.
444 miles to go. So there we are, you can see Frankfurt and all that, like on there, Frankfurt am Main. So we're about 444 miles away from Legnica, sorry, on just over the German-Polish border, where we're going to be dropping this stuff off. Well, another day. We've just had a night's sleep in a wee hotel on the motorway because it's a long drive and we've got to drive back today. So myself and Keith, I had to put up with Keith snoring, but he would tell you had to put up with mine.
I can't repeat what I have to put up with. It's just not pretty.
Yeah, he's not sapper, is he? The Lancers are obviously different to us, aren't they?
Well, yeah, we have a bit of education, decorum, and common decency to our fellow human beings.
That's why you were a Lancer, aren't you? Yeah. So anyway, we're about less than an hour away from Legnica. We'll meet Peter to drop this stuff off, and then we're off for breakfast at Peter's house again. Offloading here, we've done, that one's been done already. Got another one to come in. We've probably got around 4 tonnes, I would say, close to 4 tonnes of supplies here. So they're just having they're just putting it into the storeroom there. They're now ready to go to into Ukraine, and a lot of it's going to families here in Legnica. You can just see out there who have taken in Ukrainians, and some of this stuff is going to go to them as well. So to help with the kind of families that's taking them in. We're here in Poland. This is our 3rd run out of Poland. We've taken roughly 7 tonnes so far of medical supplies and other items, and this is thanks to the fantastic funding we've had. Now I'm not going to name the people because they want to stay anonymous, but we've had a fantastic support from the United States, and I'd like to thank 2 individuals. Like without this and the 7 tonnes of items we brought out here to Polish partners, this couldn't happen. So we're right to take this time to really thank you from the bottom of our heart. It's made this operation go really smoothly. Ready again? Yeah.
So Billy, where are we?
Again?
Where are we?
Legnica. Just over about 50 miles from the German-Polish border. It's important to stress out that a lot of people concentrate on what we do here, bringing stuff out to Poland. But what we want to make clear is it's a massive chain of events that make this happen. So that comes down to the funders, those who are funding the transport over here. We've got some great funding come in. We want to thank everybody for that. Those that collect the items and those that donate the items, and our Polish partners here in the background that get this stuff into Ukraine. We are only one cog in the wheel of the whole kind of chain of events that happens to get this stuff into Ukraine, and it's important to stress that we don't concentrate on one organisation. If Keith can turn around the camera, Trafford veterans have been very good with us. They've they funded the transport down here, and they've collected a lot of the stuff. There's Rebecca in Derbyshire, who's collected lots of stuff which we'll get for the next run, and there's lots and lots of individuals around the Andover area, like Whitchurch and all that have donated loads and loads of items. Too many to mention if I'm honest, but it's important to stress that it's not just one organisation making this happen. In fact, we're probably the relatively easiest part of just transporting, but it's a great effort by everybody. I want to stress that. Here today.
Hello.
And this is our fantastic spread today. And apparently, the Germans stole the Wurst stuff at Polish, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is my favourite here. It's called Sledge. Yeah. That was pure Polish, wasn't it? Yeah. There we go. And there's Dan here at the side. And Keith's not too well this morning, eh? But we don't like to talk about that.
No, we don't.
Because he takes offence. Right, we're now back in the UK after another successful trip out to Poland and our great Polish partners. And it's very visible what we do, like with this, people bring us stuff in, we take it out to Poland, and that's what people see. What they don't see is the real reason why we do what we do, which is to help veterans. And some of the veterans that take part in this are guys who are struggling either physically or psychologically. And on this recent trip, we had a sapper called Dan Tranmer out with us, who sent us a lovely message last night, and I want to take some time to read this message so you know the reason we do what we do. So I'm sorry if I'm going to read, but here it is. This is from Dan. Thoughts on my recent involvement with Veterans in Action. After being medically discharged after 18 years service, I really struggled to find a purpose in the world. I've been having treatment coming up to 8 years now and tried numerous medications, all of which offer some respite, but little relief in the grand scheme of things. I started my own business, which gave me something to concentrate on and occupy my mind. But after a recent turn in my physical health, I found myself off work and at home and ruminating again. With that came the nightmares and the big dip I tried so hard to avoid. Add to that the feeling of uselessness and a feeling of needing to do something to assist with the Ukraine situation. I reached out to Billy and the team and offered my services in driving aid to wherever it was needed. So I'd taken the daunting step at reaching out for help once again. Billy said I'd be more than welcome to join the team, and he wasn't kidding. I was made to feel welcome from the very first moment I arrived at the centre. I was quickly put to work and unloading the boxes and the hire vans, and the banter started. I must say, it was the most normal, comfortable I'd felt in months. It was just like the good old days, I thought. Then we had a couple of hours kip before setting off. Unfortunately, the nightmares came back, came calling, and once the guys realised I was okay, I had a giggle and said, keep the noise down, which strangely enough made me feel better about things. Scottish humour. Then we started the mammoth drive across to Poland, taking in turns driving shifts. Had a good old chat with like-minded people, much better than any talking therapy I've done, as there were no holes barred and they could really relate. Once we hit Poland, we stopped off for a few hours kip and I was out like a light and nightmare free. Then we reached the destination, and the feeling once the final box of aid came off the van was amazing. A sense of pride, purpose and achievement, and the motto, helping ourselves by helping others, has never been more true. You've no idea how much I needed this, Billy.
Thank you. Now that's from Dan who took part, who's got a long journey ahead of him, but we'll be working with him long into the future to get him to where he needs to be. And that's the real purpose of the work we do here at Veterans in Action. Situations arise that allow us to use the vehicles we've got to be able to help in that way. Dan, look forward to working with you in the future, and please keep on your support coming. It's for reasons like this that we want to highlight what we do.